Hello and welcome to Martha's Fragrance Corner. My name is Martha and I have a continuation of a series I started, I don't know, maybe October or earlier. For some reason, once you hit a certain age, time it's a blur. It's all a blur. But I've been doing a little perfume series because I have a love for fragrance. I have a love of fragrance, and back in 2020, I think I went down the perfume rabbit hole and I started looking around. And so I have highlighted a few other brands already. I think Dossier, Skylar, I did Oksha as well, and Oil Perfumery. So those videos are already up. This one is highlighting Dua Fragrances and Andromeda's Moon. I think these are probably Andromeda's Moon more than Dua, but are a little below the radar maybe. I just, again, started my love of wanting to smell everything, and you can't smell it when you're watching a video. So I just saw lots of videos, heard descriptions, things sounded good, and I wanted to give them a try. And it's been a fun journey. It really has been a fun journey. So this video is not me going into every detail and scent notes. You can look those up easily. I will put the websites below for both of these brands. But it's just to share what I have and my experience. And I hope you will share, if you're familiar with these, if you have purchased from either one, some of your favorites or your experiences in the chat below. So let's get started. Okay, I'm going to start with Dua Fragrances. I have about 6 of them here to share with you. And again, this is not going to go into detail about the scent notes. I just wanted to highlight these 2 houses, perfume houses, and wanted to hear if you've had experience with them, if you're familiar with them, and kind of my thoughts in general. So this isn't going to be a long, detailed video about scents. At least that's not my intention. So Dua, I have about 6 scents. This is a company that started in 2016. And I think the mission of the company is to have these niche perfumes. And niche perfumes can be very, very expensive at an affordable price using natural oils. And, in some cases, they have inspired by fragrances, like this one I'm holding, Miss Congeniality. This is inspired by Delina Exclusive, which is Parfums de Marly, I think is the company. This is a scent that I know. I can smell this and know exactly what it is. And it was one of those where on many, when I was on my down the rabbit hole of perfumes, I started hearing over and over again certain fragrances that were in the top of people's lists and blah, blah, blah. So in a way of kind of discovering scents, knowing what they smelled like, things like that. I went to different dupe houses to try to get to smell things that either were hard to get, really expensive, or, I just wanted to try a brand like this. So, Delina definitely has rose in it. It's a strong scent. And I will say that I have found at least the small amount of Dua fragrances that I have to be very strong and long lasting. There's I don't know what is in these bottles, but they're pretty strong for me. I did follow some advice that, people out in the interwebs had posted about when you first get these, let them macerate, leave them alone. Don't start spraying them. Definitely don't leave them out in the sun or on a dresser by the sun. You never want to do that with fragrance. So I put them in a shoebox, hid it under my bed, and for like 2 or 3 months, kind of like wax curing, like letting it cure, to get like a stronger scent. Or, if you ask them on their website, they'll not tell you to do that necessarily, but I just heard it so often that I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I mean, if I'm buying this fragrance, I'm just going to see what happens. And they have gotten stronger over time for sure, but they're very strong fragrances. So I have about 6 from Dua. And they do, and I can't remember if I already said this or not, they have single scents, original scents. They'll do combination of popular scents, sometimes, 2, 3, 4 combos. So sorry, hopefully I didn't say that already, but let's start with this one. This is Miss Congeniality. Like I said, this is Delina's inspired by. I've used a little bit, but this is not one I would spray a lot of. It's just a lot. And I have smelled the original Delina exclusive, like the actual one. And I would say really, really good interpretation inspired by, dupe, whatever you want to call it. That smells like Delina to me. Then I have here, let's see, then I have here an example of like one that is a duo, right? Where there's 2 different fragrances that they've put together. And I'm going to see if I can find this really quickly and tell you what the two ones are. Italian. This one definitely has apple in it. And let me see. See if I can find it. You know what? I'm not getting it fast enough and I don't want to make you guys wait. This is definitely, I think it's angel share or something like that, and an apple. And why can't I find it? Now it's really bothering me. Okay, I did find it. It was just going to bother me because I'm like, I know what it is. Oh, Italica, because I love Italica by Xerjoff, and then Apple Brandy by Kilian. I knew it was a Kilian scent. So that's the combination. It's Apple Brandy by Kilian and Italica by Xerjoff, which I love Italica. I had never smelled the Apple Brandy by Kilian. And now, knowing what I know now, I just didn't know it back then. I've found that I'm not huge on apple. Well, this has a strong apple to it. It is a brandied apple. So this is one, although I have worn it a few times, this is another strong one. And I think I would have picked maybe Italica combined with something else a little bit more. Having said that, this is a great, for me, fall scent. You know, when it's like apple picking season and I'm going to spray it. It's a great fall scent. And yeah, you get that brandied apple in here and the Italica from Xerjoff. So this is in Italica, if I'm saying the name correctly, I believe I am, is a lemon. For me, it comes off like this lemon scent. So as I'm smelling this right now, I'm like, man, this smells good. It's that brandied apple. So this is for me, like, this would be a really, really nice fall scent. I have so many perfumes. I have to remember that I have these, but now that I'm re-sniffing this one, I'm like, yeah, I do like this one. So that is Italian Palm by Dua. Okay, so that is like an example of combining 2 popular niche perfumes together. Again, I don't know what all of these are, but this one here is Vanity for Her. And that is another bottle. Let's see if I can just tell you what it is. Oh, this is really pretty. I have to say, I'm very happy with the scents that I got, and I've used a little bit of that one, and this is Vanity for Her. I said I wasn't going to do this for each one, but now I am because I have it open on my phone. So Vanity for Her is a dupe of... I want to say this one is, it's an original. So this is an original. It's not inspired by anything. It smells really good. I'm not surprised. This smells really nice. And I think, I've used a teeny bit of it. So that is Vanity for Her. Then we have Lady Elixir. Now, Lady Elixir, I do believe, is a dupe for a particular scent. So Lady Elixir, I think I do like this one as well. And I think another thing that Dua does pretty well is they do really nice sweet scents. So if you like bakery scents and things like that, there's a ton of these type of bakery scent perfumes that you can get as well. So Lady Elixir is Elixir Perfume by Roja Parfums. So this is a dupe of, I think, a house that kind of dupes other scents too. So that's interesting. But this one is, again, very perfumey, very strong. That is Lady Elixir. Then I picked up, like I said, if you like bakery scents, so these, if you don't care about looking for like a dupe of a scent, they do have some pretty interesting bakery perfume scents. I have this one called Banana and Vanilla Custard Flan. And that's what it smells like. It smells like banana, vanilla, custard flan. And it's a sweet, yummy, kind of a bakery, what I'll call bakery scent. And then I also got this one, which is Dua's Vanilla Therapy. Vanilla Therapy. So it looks like you've got some like vanilla cream, vanilla bean on here. Surprisingly, I haven't used this one as much, but it's a good vanilla. Yeah, I think it's nice. It's a little more, I have other vanilla scents that I like more, but it's been so long. So let's spray this one since I've worn this. And what I've been loving about this kind of series is I'm rediscovering. Yeah, this is actually really good. Again, why am I not wearing these? It's a really pretty vanilla. It's got a little perfuminess to it. I wouldn't say it's bakery, but it's got a creaminess to it, but also a perfuminess to it. So that's nice. That one is called Vanilla Therapy. Do you have any of these that I'm talking about? This next one is Her Ambition. Her Ambition. And this is the last of the ones of Dua that I have. So again, I was just starting out, probably spent way too many hours on their website one night and was picking and choosing scents that I had heard a lot about, scents that maybe I wanted to see if I have smelled the original, if they did smell pretty good. So this, Her Ambition is, I'm not French, sorry. Possessoir by BDK Perfumes. The retail price on that bottle, just to show you, is around $200. This through Dua Fragrances is about $60. So I will say that Dua it's not cheap. It's not, I mean, there are other dupe houses that maybe you can get a bottle like this for like $40 or about $40. So I will say they're not cheap, but they're pretty strong as far as the experience that I have. They're going to last you a long time. And this is one that I, again, haven't used very much, if at all. I think I've just tested it a couple times, but I do like this scent too. I have smelled this one. So I'm happy with my purchases. I think there is like a underlying DNA that they all have. And I the more I smell houses, the more I see that in just about any perfume company. Like you can start to spot that's a Dua fragrance, even though the scents can be different by just how heavy they are, their oils and stuff like that. So so these are the 6 that I have. Let me know if you tried Dua and if there's others that you think I would like. I'm trying to keep it under control here, but now I'm a little bummed that I didn't use the Italian Palm as much. I think in my head I was like, it's apple scent, but it's gotten even better and better. So that is Dua. And I think that's all I wanted to say. I want to say they're located in LA, I think, for whatever reason. And they've been around for, quite some time. And they have a huge website of all kinds of fragrances. I don't recall their shipping. It does probably take a little bit, I think. Not super long from what I remember, but it's been a few years since I purchased anything from Dua because I have 6 bottles that are barely used. So that is that. All right. The next company here is Andromeda's Moon. And I have a lot, actually. I have quite a bit in some other bigger bottles here. And the reason that I went full board with Andromeda's Moon is because she has a lot of fragrances and a lot of ones that I couldn't find that I'd heard a lot about or a little harder to get that I didn't find, at least at the time, in other of these dupe houses. So her selection is pretty deep, but they're also like just these scents that are harder to find. And so I think that's why I ended up getting more from Andromeda's moon. All and also she's got different sizes. So like she's got this like smaller size, and she's got this bigger travel size, and then she's got, like this size bottle, and then the bigger bottle here. So I do like the fact that if I'm really not familiar with something, I could get a smaller size just to try it and sample it and see what I think. She is a one-woman show. So again, supporting a small business, one-woman show. And her turnaround time, at least back in October, was about 3 weeks from the time I placed an order, which was over the weekend. And weekends don't count as business days. And like by the time I got it back was within 3 days. I know her turnaround time can change. It really depends, kind of like in wax, right? Are the oils available? Are they out of stock? So she's dependent on some other things, getting some raw materials and things like that. But, overall, I keep going back to her because I like what she's got. So let me see what else I can say about Andromeda's moon. Okay, her core values are organic, cruelty-free, and sustainably sourced. Her emphasis very much is on quality and ethical practices. She has a commitment to fair wages and sustainability and sourcing materials. Her perfumes are free from harmful additives. They would be considered vegan with the exception of any scents that have honey notes in them. And she's big on being environmentally conscious. So that's a couple things about Andromeda's moon, because I know it's not one that's talked about much. I'm going to get to the scents that I have. I got quite a bit, so we'll do this pretty quick here, but I keep going back. So obviously I like what she's offering. She also, I will show you, I think I started buying in 2021. So there's like this label was the first label here that she has. It's just a sticker. So, it's her bottles and stuff are pretty basic. This is, I think, her newer label because I got this back in October. So she's made some changes to the label, but it's all about the scents for me, not necessarily what it looks like. So let's start with this one. This is inspired by La Capitale. And so that is one that I like. I really like all of these. And I don't think I got one that I felt like I needed to toss. This one is inspired by Ani. Let me know if you've tried Andromeda's Moon. I will also mention that before I put on any of her fragrances, because we're dealing with a lot of oils here, this is not an eau de toilette. This is a parfum. So, I shake it. I shake it up just to make sure it's nicely, you got the oil mixed in there. This one is Rolling in Love, which is a dupe of a Kilian's Rolling in Love. I also like that she tells you what this is inspired by, whereas like other fragrances, like, this one, it's Delina, but I'm like, what is Miss Congeniality? I should probably put on here like what the dupe is of it. But this one is inspired by I'm not French. I can't. I'm not even going to try. I won't even try, but that one there. Then we have Bonbon, inspired by Bonbon, which I believe is Victor and Rolf. I think they also do, is it Flower Bomb? I think it's the same perfume house that does Flower Bomb. This one is inspired by Melanie Martinez Crybaby Parfum Milk. So here, this one even has some shimmer. It's kind of sitting on the bottle. So that's also why you want to mix it up a little bit. I know this Crybaby scent is super popular. Very, very popular. And I think she was one of the first to dupe it. Yeah, it's now got like a nice little sheen. It's the only one that has this kind of shimmer to it. This scent, I think I'm too old for this one. It's okay to me. It's like milky and sweet, but it's just okay for me. That one for me is just like an okay one. This one is Velvet Tonka. Look at that. Look at the color. Look at the color of that juice. I think there's a lot of vanilla in this one. This is fantastic. A lot of times what I did was I went to Twisted Lily or Scent Split and got the original in like, a sample size. And if I really liked it, then I can find it at a dupe house like this. And Velvet Tonka is, oh, I love this scent. That it's for me for sure. Then Moonlight in Heaven. Okay, let's talk about this one for a sec. This one is from Killian, or inspired by Killian. This is a scent that I get tons of compliments on. I love this scent. I loved it so much that I ended up buying the bigger bottle of it back in October. So I'm going to finish it. I'm halfway done, but I love the scent. And this is one where I could not find a dupe of this through any of the like kind of big mainstream dupe houses like Dossier and other ones that I've talked about. I don't think Dua had it. So when she had it, I was like, I gotta get it. And I love it. I get tons of compliments on that one. Inspired by Princess, also a Killian scent. So that one. Then we've got Inspired by Greenwich Village. I want to say this is like Bond number 9, the original. So that one. Let's see here. This is, inspired by Philosikos. Philosikos is from Diptyque. Diptyque, and it's their fig scent. This is like all fig. This is a scent that when I first tried it, I was like, I don't know what I think about this. You have to like fig. This is the whole fig. This is the tree. This is the branches, the leaves. This is that. So this is a scent that there's something alluring about it because it's like, I don't know. But then, it's one of those where you're like, but it smells good on me. So I like that one. This is inspired by Fève Delicieuses. Gosh, I forget the name of the house that does this, but this is one where I have the scent in the oil from Oil Perfumery, and I love the scent. So that's a good one. Then I've got Italica. I have Italica in just about everything because this is by Xerjoff. It's just a scent that I really like. So I have that one. And this is inspired by Dama Bianca. Dama Bianca. Let's see if I can say that. If you see here, I'm almost done with it. So I wanted to place another order of that. And I placed it in this bigger size, this one here. So I kind of reordered it in this bigger bottle. I get compliments on this all the time. It's a beautiful scent. When I'm in taxis and Ubers, they're asking me like, what are you wearing? I want to buy some for my girlfriend. And then I have to explain like, oh, well, you might have trouble finding it, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful scent. I love that one. So I had to get more of that. And then I got these two little guys here in, inspired by, Bal d'Afrique and inspired by Virgin Island Water. I believe, are these both by Rado? I know Bal d'Afrique, it sounds like I'm saying that incorrectly, is by Rado. And I think Virgin Island Water is, or this might be, it's escaping me now, the company that makes this one, but this is a good summer scent, and that's Virgin Island Water. Okay, and then in my kind of most recent order, I did do two newer to me, even though I know what these smell like. This is inspired by Chirosa 71. So I know this has pistachio, and this scent has been offered in a lot of wax melts recently. So I wanted to get a bigger bottle of that. That smells yummy. It's nutty and delicious. And then this one is inspired by Yum Pistachio Gelato 33 from Kaoli. So I wanted to try this. I just kind of threw this in the cart because I was placing an order anyway, and I wanted to give that one a try. So that is the Andromeda's Moon that I have. Again, been really happy. You have to be a little patient, I think, with ordering from her sometimes. But I've been obviously very happy because I keep buying these sizes. I love these sizes because I get to try and play, drop them in my purse. And like I said, they're hard to get niche perfumes, and the quality is there. I really feel the quality is there in the oils she's using because they last me a long, long time. So that is what I wanted to share with you. I just, wanted to highlight these two. My next video will be, I think, the rest of my perfume collection. Unless there's still a whole shelf of perfumes. I don't want to keep doing a bunch of little separate videos, but I felt like these were like the last of the inspired by houses that I have and I wanted to share. And they're a little under the radar, but I feel like a lot of people have heard about Dua and maybe not too many from Andromeda's moon. Let me know if there's any perfumes, like in general, doesn't have to be from these. Like, what is your favorite? Do you have a signature scent that you like? I can never do a signature scent because I can't stick to one scent, obviously. But yeah, again, as I say this after doing all of these little perfume videos that I've been doing, it makes me want to go back and like, why am I not wearing this right now? I felt like, I don't know if I mentioned it. I felt like I talked about it. There's a Grease, did I talk about this one? Grease Charnel. This is for me, I just think of winter when I think about this one. So I should be using this right now. But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And let's chat down below. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.